the first-time home buyers. My favorite kind of clients. They are like babies, so scared, so innocent, so naive, but not so easy to deal with. They have a litany of questions, and I love answering almost all of them. So today I decided to do this video to highlight some of the important factors for a first-time home buyer. But before I proceed, well, you know the drill. Please like, share, and hit that bell icon so you get notified anytime I share an informative video for you. And of course, if you find the information provided is of value, then all I ask is to hit the subscription button to get me motivated to keep you up to date with everything real estate. Being a first-time homebuyer is exciting, but I know it can also be very overwhelming. There are so many factors to keep in mind: credit, income, down payment, budget, and the tax credits. So how about we tackle all these points one by one? And just so you don't die of boredom, I will just touch on the important points on each factor. And I promise I will do a detailed video on each factor very soon. Now, when it comes to credit, I've already done a video on that, so go check that out. But when it comes to the first-time home buyers, the biggest mistake that they make is to not get any credit at all. In North America, unlike the rest of the world, credit card is very crucial, and it is imperative that you have at least 3 trade lines. They can be credit cards, line of credit loans, or a combination of either or. Avoid a car loan though, especially if the payments are more than $300 a month, because they tend to kill your purchasing power. Now, when you open an account with the bank, tell them to give you what's called as an unsecured credit card. It can be for $500, that's fine. But do not make it a joint card. Spouses need to keep their credit independent from one another. Now, if you don't have the required trade lines, it's not the end of the world. The bank will just want to see 12 months of your bank statements reflecting your rent payment going out diligently on the stipulated date as per the agreement. Along with that, they'll see 1 utility bill and a phone bill in both your names. The second factor, income. The rules on the income are the same, irrespective of you being a first-time home buyer or a 10th-time home buyer. When it comes to a salaried employee, the bank wants to see 2 years of T4s, 2 recent pay stubs, around 4 to 6 months of bank statements reflecting the salary going in, like in correspondence to the pay stubs we've provided. They will also want to see the employment letter reflecting your position, the income, and the full-time status of your job. Now, a lot of first-time home buyers get me their contract, but that's not what the bank wants to see. They want to see a newly drafted letter on the company letterhead. And every company is already aware of this process, so getting that letter is not as difficult as you think it is. Then comes the conundrum if you are self-employed. Now, banks don't like us very much. They want to see 2 years of notice of assessments along with the T1 generals, and they only go by the income declared. So if you have a lot of write-offs like how I do, well, we are in trouble. Factor number 3, the down payment. This is money that you will be putting towards your home, and it can be anywhere from a minimum 5% to 20% to 35% depending on how rich you are. Now, you cannot take out cash from under the mattress and say, here's my money for my home. We have to provide proof that the money has been in the bank account for more than 3 months. So if you have money in the mattress, please go put it in a bank right now. Or go open it and put it in a GIC or a TFSA or an RRSP. Don't know what any of those are? Okay, I'll do a video on that too, so keep an eye out for it. Bottom line, your down payment money has to be in the bank for 3 months. Now, you can get the down payment as a gift too. The process is a little bit tricky, so call me for details on that. Factor number 4, your budget. Now, if we were still in Jan and Feb of 2022, then I'd be like, budget? What budget? You're joking, right? But today things are starting to stabilize, so we can actually talk about the budget. The most important thing first-time home buyers need to know that the mortgage payment is not the only payment that you'll be making. You will have to keep in mind that you will make payments towards taxes, utilities, car insurance, car payments, the maintenance of the house, groceries, holidays. Well, you have to live. You have to consider all your expenses and work backwards to see how much you can truly afford to pay towards the mortgage and the taxes. Your mortgage and tax payments should not be more than 35% of your combined income tops. If you want to have a normal life or, not be house poor, that's the percentage you need to keep in mind. Factor number 5. Tax credit. As a first-time home buyer, there are a few things that you can take advantage of where your taxes are concerned. And the most important one is the rebate on the land transfer tax. This is a $4,000 rebate that you get as a first-time home buyer. And if you are a joint account, like if you're buying a property with your spouse, it's $2,000 each. And this is a one-time thing, okay? So if tomorrow you sell your home and you rent for 5 years or 4 years and go back in the market, when it comes to the land transfer tax, you are not eligible to claim it again, unlike the IRS pay. Then you have what is called as the first-time home buyer tax credit. For those who bought their home this year, when you go to do your taxes, remember to tell your accountant that you were a first-time home buyer and claim that $1,500 that you are eligible for as a first-time home buyer. Now, there is much more when it comes to being a first-time home buyer, and I promise to put more content elaborating on each of these factors to make it more clear for you on what you need to do and not do so that you are closer to achieving your goal of home ownership. So if you found value or like this video and would like to see more content, click on the boxes on the screen. Once again, my name is Preeti Rao and my contact information is in the description box below. Make sure to hit like, share, subscribe and the bell icon so you don't miss any future videos. Thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to call me because I hold the key that opens a door to your dream home.